Alright, welcome back. Hope you're having a good day. Today's video is actually going to be on my Ficus Triangularis or natalenis, but I did want to take a minute just to update this concinna. I was going to, whenever I updated this guy, I was going to repot the cutting that I had. I made a mistake with the cutting. I actually just moved it. I was moving some things around, trying to make room for some other trees that I was just working on, and I remember even when I moved it, I said, geez, I hope I don't forget that it's here or whatever, and I forgot it was there, and I let it dry out. I think it's not going to make it, but, you know, right now I took all the leaves off because they all got dried up, and I'm just going to see what happens, but it's definitely not going to be ready for a repot for a while. But this is, you know, these things, if you go back and look at the concinna videos or whatever, you get kind of big leathery leaves on there, but when they start to come back in like this, they're red at first, and then they kind of get this yellowish and sometimes almost like a pinkish hue to them. Really nice. I just thought I'd, you know, show that just because, you know, at this point here, you don't really do any work to it. It's just recovering, getting new leaves. By the time I do any more work to it, this is going to be completely covered. You won't even be able to see the trunk at all or anything. Really won't even be able to see much of this wire because these leaves get so big. But I just think, like right when a concinna is coming out, it's looking its best. I posted a picture of it on the Ficus Study Group Facebook page the other day, and it was suggested by Jerry that perhaps I take it off right there, and since I lost that other cutting, that would actually be a nice little quality cutting for me to take. So I think I might. And coming up here, we got spring break here soon, and you know, this thing will already have a few branches on there, so I'm thinking I'm going to let the branches or let the leaves harden off a bit, defoliate everything, but leave the growing tips so that it's still growing, and take that cutting right there, and then regrow another apex, try to get a little bit of movement, because right now that's just a big, you know, down here you kind of got a stump with some nice little branches, and then you just have this piece here with almost no movement. I mean, that is the front that you're looking at here or whatever. All right, and this is the Ficus Triangularis. I actually did a video on this one just about a month ago, and I wasn't, you know, I cut it all the way back and I wired it, and it had no leaves on it and everything, and I've never worked with this species before, so I wanted to let it recover just to make sure that it could take it. It is a ficus. I was, you know, 99% sure that it would, and so obviously here it's growing back nicely. So I'm going to work the other one now, because I didn't want to work the other one, you know, just in case that was too much work on this all at once. When I got these, they were like, you know, a Lowe's clearance kind of a thing, and it was 2 trees in one pot, and I took and separated them. This one, the first time I put wire on, I didn't do any defoliating or pruning or anything. I just put some wire on mainly the trunk to try to give it that movement that it has. And then, you know, you can see what I did with it when I did the other video a month ago or whatever. I'll put that link in the description. The other one, I tried to get more movement in the branches, and we'll go ahead and bring that guy in here. You'll see quite a difference in the size of the leaves. Remember this 30 days ago, this guy had nothing on there, and then you'll see the other one had the leaves all winter and everything, and it's and here's the one I have not pruned yet. I'm glad its sister tree started recovering so I could kind of get in here and do something to it. If I could go back and do one thing when I got this, if anybody has one of these, I would have put it in a terracotta pot, or maybe some kind of a, I don't know, just a heavier pot of some sort. These leaves, especially, you know, the bigger ones that it gets when it's been on there for a while, they are wind sails, and this thing gets shit kicked all around out there. But we got a pretty good windstorm coming through today. It's already blown over a couple times. It's kind of one of the reasons why I just decided, well, you know, what video do I feel like shooting today? And once I saw the sister tree there was recovered, I figured I'd go ahead and do this. That way I get it back out there without any leaves. But this one, what I did was, I didn't put any wire on this branch in the hope that it would just kind of maybe act like a sacrifice. I'll probably still leave it on there. But then I wired the lower branches, just trying to get some movement in the lower branches. And then once I got up this, you know, and obviously it was 6 months ago, something like that, so these branches up here were a lot skinnier. Once I got up to the super thin branches, I just went ahead and did the last thick branch and then followed up, and I did get some movement up top. Probably can't see it now through all the leaves. Alright, so I'm making some progress here. Actually took off a lot of the lower leaves. just so I could kind of see where the wire went a little bit better. Start to take some of that off. I noticed I had it on just as long as I had that other tree, but that other tree I only had it on the trunk. And it's not really biting in that much on the branches, but the little bit that I did here on the trunk, it sure is. I think I've only got 2 more pieces of wire on here. These 2 last smaller branches, and then the one that I ran up the trunk. Alright, and now this should go a little bit quicker. As I said, I did want to be able to see what I was doing there, but now I don't have to worry about running into wires or anything. Alright, so it's all cut back. I did decide I'd go ahead. I tried to not only just defoliate, and I never really, I say never, I almost never just defoliate, but I did try to get every growing tip and everything. I did decide to leave this as a sacrifice branch, seeing how it doesn't have a bunch of taper. It is thinning out nicely up here, but it doesn't have any taper like between, say, like here and here. And then, the other one I had taken and tried to get more movement in the trunk to begin with, and then got movement in the branches, the second wiring. This one I had the, a little bit of movement in the branches. Again, just kind of learning on it as I go along here. What I'm going to try to do, keep trying to get that one ant. What I'm going to try to do is, seeing how as I only have it kind of coming this way just a bit, leaning towards me here, not really leaning towards me, but just a little movement that way and then back that way, is I might try to put some heavy wire on it and try to get a little more of a dramatic turn that way, a little bit lower, and then turn it back, and then not put any wire on the branches today, and just see how that recovers. And then again, whenever I go to take that wire off, I'll wire the branches instead. Alright, and there I got the wire on there. One thing I did notice as I was kind of going up with it, a lot of tropicals that will grow very quick like this will actually naturally grow nothing but bar branches. And this actually gets a nice little, almost every other side, kind of like we're supposed to shoot for our goals or whatever. They do come out arrow straight. You can see that up here. I look forward to seeing how this thing does go. I kind of do wish it had solid green instead of the variegated, but anyhow, so my plan, I'm going to try to get as much as I can get going this way while still being able to come back especially for there, and then maybe even getting another turn at the top. And there we go, pretty much what I had envisioned. A little bit too much S-curve like, but with the foliage on there, you'll never be able to see it. And as this thing matures and I get it into hopefully, leaving a sacrifice branch will help this thing widen out some and everything down there. Hopefully I can get some unique look to it. I'll worry about these branches poking up and everything just when I wear it the next time. Thanks for watching.